Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again. She became his worst nightmare. I want to say this to anybody out there who's ever brought a woman back to your home country, and for whatever reason it didn't work out. She's with another man now, and you feel some kind of way about that. I've been through that. I understand what you're going through. There's always going to be that argument about whether to bring her back or not. That's always going to be there. But see, to guys who've never done it, who've never been through that process, who don't know the sacrifices that we go through, the sacrifices we make, all the money you have to spend, all the time, all the effort, all that waiting, they'll never understand. They'll say, well, you're getting what you deserve. You should know better. Never bring them home and all of that. Okay. Well, this is just going to be entertainment for you. But just to know that some man is enjoying the fruits of all of your labor. Y'all know I call him the NextPat. You ever hear anybody say NextPat? He got it from me. He wants the next man's woman, the next man's Filipino, Brazilian, or whatever it is. His rotten ass will never get on the plane and make that 20-hour flight. He doesn't have to spend all that money, meet the family, buy the souvenirs, apply for the visa and all of that. He waits until you bring your woman over there and your relationship to blow up. Then he's all on it. This isn't even about him. This is about the woman. I've got a friend, this guy I consider a friend of mine now. He texts me back and forth in Facebook Messenger, about his woman, about his relationship. I don't get involved in people's marriages. I really just listen and then give them my experience, strength, and hope, what I've been through. But I saw the red flags a long time ago. Come to find out, his woman's been with another man for the last 8 months. And he's feeling some kind of way about it. I told him, look, man, don't do nothing stupid. But I made the mistake of telling him just to move on. Guys, that's easy to say. It's hard to do. Guy, I know you watching this video. You watch all my videos. Feel what you got to feel. Go through whatever it is you got to go through to get to the other side. But don't keep drinking the poison expecting her to die. And then the fact that he was getting the information from her friends. Yeah, that support group I tell y'all about over there. So they knew all along that the woman got over there fucking out of both draw legs behind this man's back, talking about him behind his back. So the minute he brought the woman over there, until now, she's made his life a living hell. Let me stop right there and say this. The overwhelming majority of the women we meet over here are good women. They're who we think they are. They do exactly what they say they're going to do. The relationship runs its course. But there's no problems. There's no trouble or anything like that. But then you got some women over here who are going to make your life a living hell. But you don't know which ones they are. They don't wear a sign around their neck saying, I'm a bitch and I'm going to ruin your life. But he's an over-the-road truck driver. And it's something about these over-the-road truck drivers. They're lonely. They spend all that time on the road by themselves. They all up in their head. And their judgment is off. But there were some red flags. Number one, she was from Angeles City. Guys, if you meet a woman from in Angeles City or around Angeles City, that's a red flag. They're exposed to all of the bullshit that goes on up there. That was the first red flag. The second red flag, she worked in a bar. He said she wasn't a bar girl. Well, what the hell is she doing working in a bar? What else do they do in there? Well, I take him for his word. But the third thing, the third red flag, is she had already dealt with several foreigners before. I already knew what was happening. She was making him pay for all the promises that those guys were giving her that fell through. Somebody's going to bring me to America. It's going to be you. And she made his life a living hell, man. Nobody deserves that. But this is what happens when you rush, when your judgment is off. But no, he's not getting what he deserves. None of us are. Because they say, oh, you're going over there, you're fooling with those women, taking advantage of them. No, there's nothing wrong with exploring your options. There's nothing illegal about that. And then we're consenting adults. But there are some things that you have to look out for. I feel bad for him because he's a good man. He did everything that he said he was going to do. Most of us do that. Only to be stabbed in the back like that. But back to the support group over there. See, they knew all this was going on. Then it got to the point where she's gaslighting him, calling the police. Got a job, wasn't contributing on the bills. Meanwhile, she's fucking the NextPat. Wouldn't give him no pussy. Wouldn't do nothing with him. But love is blind, guys, you know. It wouldn't have mattered if I did give him the best advice I could have possibly given him. He wasn't going to listen because I threw some things out there to him. He wasn't listening. It wasn't until that woman told him, yeah, for the last 8 months, she's been with another man. That's where she's been. She quit her job. Did it finally hit him? It hit him like a ton of bricks. Okay? I've had those nights, man, because you know your woman. You know what y'all like to do. So now you know some other man's with her, enjoying all of that. So I'll just tell you, brother, you're not by yourself. There's a lot of guys who are watching now who've been through this before. We feel your pain. But I'm saying don't do anything stupid. She's over there now. I don't know if there's anything you can do. Really. But to file for divorce, that's the one thing you did right. You married her over there. Go ahead and get your divorce, man. Because I told him, like I'm telling you, the universe is always watching. She's going to get hers. That rotten NextPat that's laying next to her right now over there is going to do to her, or worse, what she did to him. Karma's going to play out. And it's ugly when you're 8,000 miles away. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. This video is for people who've been through that before. I've been through it. Who went through all that process of bringing your woman over to your country, because despite all the bad that may come from it, the risk that you take, you get a sense of pride once it's approved. Once that visa is stamped and she's on her way over there. You did what you said you were going to do. You giving her a new life. And the majority of women, overwhelming majority of women, they don't take that for granted. They take that visa and they become better people. But it's that small percentage of women, whether it's over here, Colombia, doesn't matter, who will only want that visa. They don't want you. They never wanted you. But when you pussy whip, when you fall in love, or whatever you in, lust, euphoria, or whatever it is, you can't see the flashing red lights that's right in front of you. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find it in your heart to help somebody. I feel bad for the man. Okay, because, you know, my wife left from over here. We had moved back here. She decided she didn't want to live in the Philippines and moved back. Hindsight being 2020, I understand why she went back. There's nothing over here for her. She's got a good job over there. She had built a life for herself over there. But his situation is different, but it really doesn't matter. You know, I still felt some kind of way knowing that this raggedy man is over there enjoying the fruits of my labor. If it was left up to him, he would have never, ever come over here and apply for that visa for my wife. He waited for her relationship to blow up. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Leave those women in and around Angeles City alone. Yep, you know that's Sin City up there. That's for fun and games. That ain't for marrying material. Leave the women in the bar. I understand their situation. People have to make ends meet over here. I get that. But that don't mean I've got to save you. And if you only been with one foreigner, I don't want you. Because I know you on some bullshit. I know you're going to try to make me pay for what he did or didn't do. You're damaged goods, man. I hate to say it. You're mentally damaged. Because I know what we do to y'all over here. Just move on, brother. Don't drink that poison expecting that woman gonna die. The universe has more power than you. And it's gonna slap her good. I promise you that. And for all you NextPats out there, sitting your ornery asses over there, remember you're getting our leftovers.
Boots on the ground. Don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers. A tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing. When we help others,